Happy New Year 2025. By now, you have said Happy New Year to most people that are in your life. Welcome to Life Examined. Let's get started. The Dick Clark special is now the Ryan Seacrest special, brought to you by Planet Fitness. Did you stay up to watch the ball drop to ring in the new year? If you did, you will notice that every commercial is for fast food, medication, or beauty product. In other words, every commercial break is part of what we know as American culture. Two countries allow advertisement for medication on television. One of them is the United States. Can you guess what the other one is? I'll give you 5 seconds. New Zealand. It's 10 o'clock. Did you drink your water today? If you're feeling lightheaded, if you're feeling dehydrated, if you are feeling that your brain is fogged, try a 3-liter water bottle and try to finish it all before the day is done and see if these symptoms clear up. You might think, oh, well, it's the winter. I am not that thirsty. I'm not sweating as much. I'm not requiring as much water as I do in the summer or spring. Well, that's not exactly true. The more water that you drink, you are going to see that you actually have space for it in your body, especially when you are bundled up and you have the heat on and your blood is racing around your body, and water is leaving your body as soon as you can hold it in. You're going to see that your body might require more water than you do in the summer. You might see that you have headaches where you don't need headaches. And if you find a time where you need a headache, let me know. But just be assured that the more water you drink, the healthier you will be in the winter months as you are led into the spring. Increase your water intake. If you are not used to the taste of water, or if you are not used to the taste of water, or water is something that you do not regularly consume, please consider infused water. By infused, I mean not by some foreign lab-created electrolyte, but just fruit. You might want to add a little salt in there also, but just fruit. You might want to throw in a kiwi in there. You might want to throw in a lemon, a grapefruit, citrus fruits, and strawberries, berries, and it might make your water intake more exciting. Part of the American culture is that things that are good for you do not necessarily make it into your system. They need to be brought to you with a form of entertainment. So as exciting as you can make your water, you might want to drink it more. You might even want to get a colored bottle. What is your favorite free speech website? Because most websites before Inauguration Day are saying that they are free speech. That seems to be the new business term for this year. Is it X, formerly known as Twitter? Is it Facebook that recently got rid of its fact checkers, so they say? What is your favorite free speech site? And have they banned you from saying anything that can be considered controversial? What is free speech? Is it something that's defined by corporations, or is it something that's guaranteed by the Constitution, or is it something that goes back and forth depending on who's in office? There are two kinds of people that exist. The first kind of person says, how do you live in New York City? The second kind of person will say, how can you ever live in New York City? If you're looking to increase your marketability and want to learn a new language, please consider Duolingo language learning app. They have a paid version for $15. Of course, this is a free app that has in-app purchases, like most apps. They have a paid version, $15 a month. And if you're interested in learning a new language, it's maybe not the best way to learn a new language, but it's the quickest way to learn a few words and phrases. If not for nothing, they have a green owl reminding you on a daily basis that you have not reached your learning quota for the day. If you don't think your kids are being programmed, take away their iPad and take away their Wi-Fi password for more than 15 minutes. It's an in-house experiment. Do you Duolingo or do you Google Translate? Or do you use a different translator app altogether or a different language learning app altogether? Let me know in the comment section what works for you, especially those of you that travel and are definitely going to be in a culture that is not one that you are immersed in, or a culture in that you don't necessarily can't rely on your home language. What is that app that you use? I guarantee this is not a paid ad for Duolingo, but you can be a super subscriber for $6.99 per month annually. That's if you pay annually, or you can pay $13 a month. You can be a Duolingo Max user for $14 a month annually, or $30 a month if you pay per month.
Duolingo also has family plans, and that run from $72 a year and include 6 users, 6 people. It can be in the same household or different households. But of course, these prices change by region, seasonal deals, and promotions. The difference between the different tiers from Duolingo Super and Duolingo Max is that Duolingo Max has AI tools built into the app.
The song Fake Plastic Trees by the group Radiohead, according to user Migmo, has 3 different stories. The first one, a woman wrapped in fake happiness. The second, a man creating fake realities. And the third, the speaker's own love. It's wearing him out. How it ends, it's up to you. If you grew up in the 1970s or are fascinated by 1970s culture, you know that the 1970s were the golden age for serial killers. No, not the kind of killers that partake in consuming breakfast cuisine, but the kind that kill in a series and in patterns. In the 70s included such people as Ted Bundy, David Berkowitz, Angelo Buono Jr., Kenneth Bianchi, Juan Corona, Jeffrey Dahmer, Joseph James D'Angelo. DNA evidence began in forensics. Genes respond differently in certain environmental situations than in others. Nowadays, it's said, how do you experience trauma? The word lesbian comes from the name of the Greek island Lesbos, where Greek ancient poet Sappho was born. She wrote poems about women's love and beauty. The term sapphic is also used to describe lesbian orientation. If you are in doubt about anything that you see online, it's probably a skit. And by online, I mean anything that you see on NBC, ABC, CBS, Fox News, Discovery Channel, Animal Planet, whatever you see, wherever you consume your news from. If you need an excuse to loot, you can always start a fire, and that can be taken in many ways. Think about how many fires are starting not only in California, but around the world and in your cities, and what is being taken away in the process of this looting going on. Most people on dating sites are already in relationships or or selling themselves, and that's why you can't see their faces. Two things can be true. Noise canceling headphones, the pros is that they cancel noise. One of the cons of noise canceling headphones is that they cancel noise. When someone wants to tell you go to hell, they will tell you, I will pray for you. Have you prayed today? Radiator tip. Crack a window. It will stop your nose from bleeding. Radiator tip. Home tip. Turn the light off when you leave the room. Let the water run before drinking it. Ask your doctor first. Listen to me and don't listen to them. If you don't, I'll pray for you. While we take this commercial break, now would be a good time to drink water. A good therapist will tell you to put down your phone. A bad one will tell you, I'll pray for you. Took her home to Mama. Mama wants to see my future bride. She looked at us both and then she called me to her side and said, son, take time to know her. It's not an overnight thing. Take time to know her. Please don't rush into these things. Percy Sledge, 1968. Also Percy Sledge. When a man loves a woman, he can't keep his mind on nothing else. The new news. You need to worry about this news because the last news we tried to give you was not taken well. Fear is sold as a patch, but often it involves a full update. A plane, a fire, the hottest year on record, celebrity immortality, a hurricane with a human name. You ever see people say, I knew things were changing when, and then fill in the blank, as in, I knew things were changing when women began wearing pants. I knew things were changing when cartoons stopped looking like real things. I knew things were changing when words stopped meaning what they meant. There is the visible world and there is the invisible world. Which one do you operate from? The quickest way to lose a good employee is to promote a bad one. I've seen it done time and time again where an employee is promoted over another one and the morale of the company goes down and it de-incentivizes anyone else that is working for the company to even try, and it's the quickest way to lose employees, especially good ones. A bad manager needs to tell you what to do or what needs to be done without knowing what you do and what needs to be done, but needs to appear in charge. Dolores O'Riordan from the group The Cranberries wrote the song Linger about her first kiss, which happened in a nightclub. Dolores fell in love. A few weeks later, the man she kissed went up to the dance floor with another girl in front of Dolores. In an interview with Jerry Ryan in 2002, Dolores said, I was heartbroken. I was only 18 and it was just a kiss, you know? At that age, it's heartbreaking. Since Dolores O'Riordan was only 18 when she wrote the song, it depicts a sense of innocent youthfulness. This youthfulness is perfectly translated into the melancholic vibes of Linger. The official size of an NBA basketball is size 7 or 29.5 inches for men and boys 15 and up. The WNBA basketball is a size 6, measuring 28.5 inches, and it's meant for girls and women 12 and up. Ages 12 and up. And then we have a size 5 basketball that measures 27.5 inches, which is meant for girls and boys ages 9 to 11 years of age. Both NBA players and WNBA players play on a 10-foot rim. The average price of a WNBA ticket last year was $47. The average price of an NBA ticket last year was $94, and this goes up and down depending on the market, but these are the average prices.